slipped down and grabbed a hold of it as I was going down. Looks like we're getting our feet wet. These river crossings come right before I'm trying to get to camp. So I broke the tip off my trekking pole.
Welcome back to my ultimate side quest, the Pacific Crest Trail. I'm Will Roquemore, trail name Last Strap. I'm deep in the high Sierra now, almost 900 miles in, and without my cold weather gear due to an issue with USPS, I'm freezing my feckin' nips off at night. But the bigger concern is all the river crossings. A few honestly scare the absolute shit out of me. Getting wet is dire as it's supposed to get down to 28 degrees. I've got 4 days left out of a 7-day food carry until I make it to Mammoth Lakes. So stick around to see if I can actually make it without freezing, falling, or a full-on menty bee. Do me a favor real quick and hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's go.
Shooting for 4 days to Mammoth Lakes. Couldn't be happier to be back out on this incredible trail. Gonna go over John Muir Pass to the John Muir Shelter today. It's an 8-mile climb. It starts now. Gonna be a tough morning, but it's cool because the mornings start really hard with a steep ascent, and then it's usually all downhill until I get to camp. So I went 12 hours yesterday, 19 miles. Gonna shoot for 18 today and every other day until I get to Mammoth Lakes. Check in soon. Oh, you're like, yeah, I'll just get my feet wet.
One of my favorite things about backpacking in the Sierras is also one of the most dangerous. There's so much water that you literally never have to worry about how much you're carrying. More than half the time, I didn't even filter water if it was coming from a stream, and the quality is incredible, but I still advise against not properly treating for safety reasons. You don't want to have your trip ended early. On the same token, when the rivers are high, falling is a serious concern. That's why it's so important to wait at a sketchy crossing for someone else to catch up if I get to one when I'm alone.
Looks like we're getting our feet wet. Again.
My risk tolerance is pretty low, I would say, but on the PCT, there's so many other hikers that the likelihood of someone getting to me within just a few hours, or even sooner depending on the bubble, is higher than many other remote wilderness trails. Doing this hike has high reward, but it also has high consequences if something goes wrong. So always make sure you do plenty of research, practice, know your gear, and know how to adapt to adversity before trying something like this in case something goes wrong. Fortunately for me, the rivers are low here, but I'm still checking conditions ahead of me through the far out comments and my Garmin inReach.
Quick work.
Don't be a giant dumb like me and go into the Sierras any time of year without proper warm weather clothing. If for nothing else, because your sleep will royally suck. I've got a few nights left out here at least before I make it to town where I can assess how to move forward. Until then, I have a Farpoint Alpha fleece, my hiking clothing, and a rain jacket. These clothes are good enough while hiking and while dry, but not when it gets below freezing like it's supposed to before I make it to Mammoth Lakes. Fingers crossed. First things first, I have to make it up to John Muir Pass. It's taking everything out of the tank.
Look at this fucking sketchy ass shit.
It's so cold my GoPro battery keeps instantly dying, and I made a really stupid mistake. Since the actual trail was covered in snow, I was following the boot pack the best I could until I lost the trail completely. I looked across the valley and saw a few hikers up in the distance, so I headed off toward them without checking the map or comments. Idiot. I guess I figured it would be unlikely that they were going the wrong way. Well, they were. I spent the next few hours post-holing in thigh-deep, untouched snow to the point of exhaustion.
I got so excited getting up here that I almost forgot to film the shelter.
What's cool about this pass, though, is this shelter at the top. Once I saw it, motivation to the top came super easy. I spent about an hour up here eating lunch, visiting with other hikers, and reading the Confessions book, which was honestly pretty hilarious. Hikers pretty much only want to confess about sex and poop, by the way, in case you were curious.
I found your discipline.
Yeah, it was really close by, so thanks for it.
I will not be telling you what I confessed. You can feel free to try and get it out of me in the comments, but you might regret it. It's a piss rock. Now where the fuck do these river crossings come right before I'm trying to get to camp? This is camp for the night. I'm on day 5 of a 7-day food carry, trying to make it to Mammoth Lakes from Bishop, aka Kearsarge Pass, on one resupply. So I'm gonna skip VVR, skip the John Muir Ranch, skip Red Meadow, which I don't even think is open, go all the way to Mammoth Lakes. It's been a fun challenge. I've done 18 miles every day, some 19. I'm gonna try and do 22 today. But the terrain is really challenging because there's a lot of river crossings, as you've seen. Snow, I've done some post holing. It's just really rugged terrain in some places. This is really nice where I am right now. I've done 5 passes in 4 days. I'll do another pass, Selden Pass, today. Gonna resupply, maybe 00 in Mammoth. Finally get my gear. I froze last night. It was so cold, and it's supposed to get colder tonight. I got no layers, no base layer, no puffy, no rain pants, nothing. This section reminds me of home, big time. It's like following the Snake River, maybe Hell's Canyon. A little bit rockier than most of the trails, but like the way the mountains look, I mean, they are rockier, but it's just the way the river looks, and following along this trail, like out there, like looks a lot like it. Okay, now this part really reminds me of Hell's Canyon. So gorgeous. Had a fun little moment. I wanted to make sure I remembered, but didn't want to ruin the moment by filming. I just got to kick hacky sack with a couple of dudes to do that for stretching. They're like, of course you're good. It was funny and really fun. So I did 20 miles today. I've pretty much gotten ahead of the entire bubble that I was in. I've got this whole campground to myself. I was gonna do 22 miles, but I decided to stop because one of the most dangerous river crossings. And you wanna do those early in the morning because that's when there's less swell from snow melt. So if you do it later in the day, like right now, would not be smart. Plus it's getting it cold tonight. As you can see, I'm all bundled up. Got a little fire pit down there. Golden hour's coming over that mountain nicely. But I'm gonna make some food and make it a fairly early night. I'm actually proud that I got to camp after 20 miles before 7 o'clock. So I'll have a little bit of light to get my dinner done and go to bed. I'm getting a late start today because I froze to death last night. It's 28 degrees. Still don't have my layers. Got up knowing I have to do a river crossing this morning, and then ended up going the wrong way to Rose Lake. So I'm 2 miles out of the way. I was supposed to go 20 miles today. So it's already like 10:30. A little frustrated, but Rose Lake is beautiful. Kind of cute little side quest. Obviously, you know me. This is one I kind of wish I wouldn't have taken, just because it's gonna cost me. I'm trying to get 20 miles because that's gonna be the lowest elevation within reason of my time frame, so that I hopefully don't freeze again tonight. But should be a little bit warmer. Tomorrow's supposed to rain. Tomorrow I'm hoping to make it to the Mammoth Lakes exit into the trolley before 5:30. So that's another reason why I'm trying to push, but wish me luck. I finally just got stopped by some rangers. Asked if I had a permit, didn't ask to see it because he said he's on his lunch break. Asked where I started, asked my name, asked if I'm going to VVR, which is Vermilion Valley Resort, and I'm not. I'm skipping it to go on to Mammoth. I said, no, I'm pressing on to Mammoth. He smiled because I think they know how hard that is to go from Bishop to Mammoth without stopping in VVR. So proud of myself. Should make it in there tomorrow evening. What do y'all think? Does it look like trench foot? Sure has been wet for a while. Now, if all the crossings could just have one of these, that'd be great. So I broke the tip off my trekking pole, and it almost cost me falling down that. I slipped, I got my shoe wet, but I basically was on this slanted rock right here, slipped down and grabbed a hold of it as I was going down. My foot got in the water, but thankfully I was able to pull myself up and not fall down that fucker. God damn it. So I'm gonna put this trekking pole away and stop using it because it's no good. Coming up behind you. Didn't want to startle you. Awesome, man. It's been a long day, but...
Keep going, man.
What's that?
Keep on going.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get to the bottom of the the valley.
Oh, nice.
I don't have any like cold weather layers like clothing because they're all in Mammoth. It's the long USPS story. But I've been freezing my tits off the last 2 nights. So yeah, gonna try and get as low as I can and then hot foot it to Mammoth tomorrow.
Hell yeah. Hey, I might see you in Mammoth then.
All right, sounds good. What's your name?
Hey.
Hank?
Yep.
I'm Last Strap.
Last strap?
Last Strap, yep.
Last strap. Okay.
Nice to meet you. Enjoy it up here. Today took everything I had. 23.79 miles. Up and down another pass. Up and down 2 what would be passes, but one isn't actually considered a pass, but it was so grueling. Just wanted to make this video before I go to bed. Got my tent set up, or before I forget. I just cold soaked some rice and beans at the top of Silver Pass so that I can just eat and go to sleep. Get up in the morning, do 15 miles, make it to Mammoth. So, love y'all. Alrighty dudes, make sure to stick around to see a sneak preview of what I got coming at you next week. Real quick, this is the part where I shamelessly ask you to help me beat the evil AI overlords. You can do that by hitting the like button for me and turn your notification settings to all if you haven't already, so you don't miss anything. I'll be doing more premieres and live streams where you can come talk shit in real time. As always, feel free to chat with me in the comments, and I'll see you on the next side quest. It is snowing. Everybody, trail magic. Gonna hit the trail. I'm back with Ranger. Like, this bridge got fucked.